How's it going, everybody? Hope you're having a wonderful day. What, Coop? You saying hey to everybody too? I've showed you in the past on Davinci Resolve videos how to do a fade out, a fade in. Now let's combine the two for basically what's called a crossfade or a fade in, fade out transition. What do I mean? Take a look at this one and you'll understand. Pretty neat the way that works, the way it transitions or fades out of one car and fades into another car. But this is what it looks like on the screen, and I'll show you how to get all this, what to do and all that. As you can see, I have a fade out there and a fade in there, and they're the same length, so it doesn't look like one is fading out and the other one just comes on. I'll show you all that here in just a second. But this is what you're doing. If you've ever done anything with photography, it's always done in layers. In other words, you take one picture, stack it on another picture, stack it on another picture, and come up with any image that you can possibly imagine in your mind. Well, technically, videography or video editing is accomplished the same way. So here's what you're going to do. Alright, I've gotten rid of everything. Now I'm going to show you how simple this is. First thing, of course, you got to do is open up your Davinci Resolve. By now, you probably already know how to do that, so I'm not going to cover that. I've covered that in every one of the other videos. So you got to have in mind what video clips you want to use. So you go to wherever your videos are, and as you can see, I have quite a few of them. And for this video purposes, I grabbed one each of my two cars. As you can see, it's right here. This is the one we're going to use. I'm just doing this one to show you how easy it is to drag it in. You hover over it, left click it and hold it, drag it down and hover the cursor over Davinci Resolve, and it automatically goes to that window. You can either drop it in your timeline or you can drop it up in the media pool, either or. So you can drop it here, and if you don't like it exactly where you dropped it, you can always delete it. By dropping it here, it automatically puts it up in the media pool, so it's already there. But here's what you're going to do. For those that don't know, you go up to the video clip you want to use, left click it and drag it down into the media pool and drop it where you want. As you can see, it's bringing in the video file and it's bringing in the audio. We don't want to use the audio, so I'm going to show you how to do this from beginning to end. Just go over, there's two ways you could do this. You can go over it and see as I hover over it, it creates an up and down arrow. Just left click it, hold it, just like drag and drop. You drag that volume all the way down. And now as you can see, there's no sound. Right? No sound. But it's still there. If I want to do it the other way, let's raise it back up. And I'm going to prove to you there is sound there. This is just me moving the camera. Nothing impressive, doesn't sound good, we don't want it. Whenever you drag in a video clip, it brings in both the video clip and the audio clip. It keeps them together. No matter what you do, it keeps them together. Well, you can delete one or the other. I mean, you can delete both, but if you want to delete just one, there's a chain icon right here. And that links these two files together. If you click that and unhighlight it, you can now click, hit the wrong part. You can now click either or. Right? You want to get rid of a video file for whatever reason, click it, hit delete on your keyboard, or you can right click it and hit delete right there. Or same thing with the audio file. Highlight it, delete. I normally just right click and hit delete, but however you want to do it. Just because I'm typically using my left hand for all the other shortcut keys and everything, and delete is over on my right side of my keyboard, so that means I have to take my hand off my mouse. I know it seems trivial and all that, but that's just how I do it. Now, as you see, I have the video clip, and if I play it again, it just goes to the end. Let me get rid of that sound. It just goes to the end, and then it stops. Nothing dramatic. I'm going to drag in the other clip. Same way. Left click it, drag it in. I'm going to delete the audio, get rid of that. Now watch what happens. It's just a hard cut. From one video clip to the next video clip. It's just a hard cut. So to soften that, there's a bunch of video transitions over on the left that you can use. We're not discussing those today. But what I want to show you right now is how to do a fade out and a fade in. And what I mean by that, let's get rid of this file, right? Get rid of this one. And let's watch this again, right? It just goes to the end and it stops, okay? Well, I want it to fade out as it gets there. So if you go to the top right corner and put your cursor up there, you will see two arrows come up. One left, one right. And it also brings up a little slide bar. If you left click that and drag it to the left, right? You see how it shades it out? And when I let go, it made it disappear. Because from that very point right there, where the little slider is, all the way to the end, it starts getting dark there, fades out until it goes completely black. Here's exactly what I'm talking about. Got it playing, starts fading to a black, okay? Now I'm going to bring the red car in. Again, get rid of the sound. And if we just leave it like that, watch how it fades out and then just all of a sudden, abruptly, the red car shows up. Boom, see? I personally don't like that in my videos. You might like it in yours, I don't know. It depends on the type of video you're making. Sometimes I will leave it like that, but most of the time I will not. So it's the same way. If you can fade out, look what happens when you put your cursor over the video file. You get those two little markers in the corners again. This time we want it to fade in, so just grab it and drag it in. I personally like to do it the same on the out and the in. So if you pay attention, when you drag this left or right, you see a counter come up. Let's say I want to go 104 on the fade out. Well, I want to go 104 on the fade in. And what that is just 1 second, 400ths rather, 1/10 of 400ths. So I now have them the same. So let's back it back up and watch what happens. Got the car going across there. Everything's looking all nice and neat except for the bouncing a little bit. It fades out, it fades in. See how pleasing that is on the eye? Well, now we're going to take that one step further, okay? We already know that we have these two, the fade out and the fade in, together, right? As a crossfade transition. And I don't know, I can't remember if there's actually one set up for that, but you can create your own. But I'm not going to do that. I just like doing stuff down and dirty. Rather than going looking for stuff, if I know how to do it on screen, I like to do it just like when I do photography. If I could make a good picture in the camera, that saves less work out of the camera. Now if you remember earlier in the video, I started talking about layers. In other words, taking one video and stacking on top of the other, on top of the other, on top of the other, until you achieve the effect that you want. Here's how you do that. If you have it unlinked, right? As long as you're not trying to save any audio, okay? Let's just go ahead and get rid of the audio now. If you have it unlinked, you can click it and move that file anywhere you want to. On top, you can move this one on top. You can either go a couple more higher, just whatever you want to do, okay? But I know for this video purpose, I want this one to be my main video, so I want to move it up. And I want to drag this second video clip under where that fade starts out, which would be right there. And you can actually, here's a little trick, you can actually take your cursor and click on just above the picture, and that will move that red timeline stamp. And as long as you have this magnet highlighted, whenever you move a picture, it will automatically snap to that red line. Doesn't matter which way you go, it will snap to it and stop. So now we're just going to drag that over. We have it the way we want, but I want to show you a difference. I'm going to take this one back down to 0, right? And play it with just the fade out. I want you to see what happens. See, it works pretty cool like that too. Sometimes, not every time, but sometimes, depending. Whenever this one gets dark enough, this one will be pure bright. You'll see it instantly, just like that hard cut like I was showing you earlier. So by dragging that back over to the same length, the same duration, it's just a smoother transition. Watch. There's still a little bit of the black car there as the red car starts playing, and then it's a softer transition. It's smoother. It's more pleasing on the eye. Then all you have to do is just grab you a music file, same way you did the videos. You just go to wherever you keep your music. Mine happens to say music on the file. Drag it in. I have it in here already. And anytime you drag in music, YouTube cannot store music. They are not a music storage place. It has to be in the form of a video. The way around that is, some people will actually create like little moving art pieces, or you could take just a picture and put the picture on there and stretch that picture out, and then put the audio file underneath it. And that's what we have here, because if I play it, you'll see that it's just a picture, right? So like I was telling you earlier, we want to get rid of that. We don't want that. So make sure the chain is unclicked, right? Highlight the video part, right click it, delete. Now we just play the music until we find what we're looking for. And I'm not going to bore you with that. I already know where I want to go. If I move in, right, let's move it over a little bit. I want to be right here when it goes from the black car to the red car. Now if you look, it's all the way over to the left already. You can't move it over to the left any further. There's two ways around this. You can click on the left side and it gives you two little, I forgot what those things are called, but it gives you two of them. Click and hold it with left mouse and drag it to the left. That makes it shorter, and you can just keep doing that until you get what you want. Or you can click it, hold it, and drag it, and just keep moving all the way to the end of the song. But here is the other way. Let me back it all the way back up. Here's the original one. We can go to it, see exactly where we want it, right? Move the red pointer over, grab our razor, cut it, right click the part we cut, get rid of it. It's now gone. Now we just drag the music over. Well, that's not where I want it. Remember I said I wanted this to be right there where the red car comes in? So now all I have to do is drag this in and get it lined up. Go back over to the left, because even though we cut it and deleted it, that file is still there. And then just drag it to the left, and that fills in the remaining of it. Now let's say you have a section like this and you want to put an audio file in it, and you're 10 minutes in the video, but this is at like 2 minutes and 10 seconds, whatever, it doesn't matter. And you're at that 10-minute line and you're like, wow, how much do I need to trim off of this to get it to fit? Well, because it doesn't really get rid of anything, watch this. If I take my razor and I make a cut there and I move over just a little bit, I can delete these two, right? And only have this little section. I know that little section will fit. So then I just grab it and drag it all the way from 10 minutes to this section. And I want to drop it in right there, okay? When I get there, oh my God, it's too small, it's too small. No, remember, it doesn't delete it. It's still there. Now all you gotta do is just drag it to fit whatever you want. This is what, Davinci is not the only one that does it, but this is one of the things I really like about Davinci. It doesn't really change anything. The only thing that is altered is the actual video that you save. And I'll show you how to save this in just a second. Once you actually save this, the save file will be stored wherever you want it, but the actual original clips will still be in your timeline undisturbed. You can delete it all and it will go back to its original form in its original resting place. But here, I'm going to show you the music like I was talking about. Let's see, right there where the red car is, where I want to start. And the same thing you do with video clips, you can do with audio clips. As you can see, there's a little slider right there. Just drag it and slide it over however far you want it to. And here we go. Go back to the beginning, hit play. It's that simple. Now what I like to do, let's assume this is our finished video. I like to click off of the video or music and drag and highlight all of them. I just like to do that. That way I can make sure I'm not leaving anything in my timeline, right? Only thing that will get moved over is what I have highlighted. You see I can drag, and everything's right there. So then go over to deliver, click on that. It brings up the same things right here on your left. I do the same thing. I click off of it, I highlight everything, then I go up, I pick what I want to do with it. If I want to do custom, if I want to do just a simple YouTube, Vimeo, whatever. There's lots of things up there that you can actually pick. Final Cut Pro, Premiere. Like if I want to send this video clip over to Premiere and do some final editing on it over there, or Final Cut, I can do all that. But right now I'm just going to save it as a video clip. I've got it set for 1080. I'm going to go down here and select the exported video format to MP4. I want to give it a title, and I'm not going to show you exactly, well, yeah, let's do it. What the heck. I'm going to click on replace. That gives me the job up here in the top right. Alright, up here in the top right. Then all I'll do is hit start render, and once I hit start render, it shows you time remaining, rendering in progress. You can look right here on the left, follow the timeline pointer, and now you're done. But it gives you an idea how long it's going to take. So you can leave this, you can make it small and go do something else, and then come back to it later. But that's how you do it. And then once you go to exit out of it, you can now decide whether you want to save it. And when you save it, all it's going to do is save everything you've done on the edit page. Okay? It won't actually save this part, the delivered part. It's saving what you have edited already. So like if you're working on a if you're working on a video, keep hitting that. And you render it and save it, and you go watch it, and you, oh my god, I screwed up something, I need to fix that. All you have to do is come back, open this Davinci Resolve back up, and it will actually be on your saved page. As a matter of fact, here, let me show you. I'm going to click on save. I'm going to give it a name of just 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, click save, and it's already saved. So see, so it closes it. We'll go right here to Davinci Resolve, click that, open it back up. As you can see, it's starting to work and open back up. It takes a couple seconds depending on your computer, how many video files you have in it, and photo files. And I've got thousands and thousands of stuff, and I also have an external hard drive that I keep a lot of that on. But anyhow, now it's going to pop open, and there you go. 1, 2, 3, 4. All you have to do is double click it. Takes a second longer again, and there it is. Just go and click the edit tab, and there's all your hard work that you worked on earlier that you didn't delete because you saved it. I personally strongly recommend saving everything until you have a chance to watch the rendering. Then when you open it back up later on, you can delete it then, you can come back in and delete it now, your choice. But that's how you do it. What? You saying hey to everybody? Oh. Hello YouTube world. Thank you, Coop. Good boy. But that's all there is to making this fade in, fade out, or cross fade, however you want to look at it, transition. Super simple, and it makes your videos just look that much smoother, that much more professional. And I am by no means a professional, so I need all the help I can get. But this is just one step, one way to make your videos look that way. So I hope it helped. I hope you might learn a few things on how to do this type of stuff. Use your imagination. There's so many things that I haven't even touched in Davinci Resolve. I constantly am learning something new from this program. It's such a powerful thing, and it's free. Can you imagine? It's free. But anyhow, I just wanted to get this out there so you too can make your videos look a little slicker, more production quality, more professional looking. And we'll see you in the next video. By doing stuff like that, I am in a way enjoying my cars because I'm working on videos about the cars. So until next time, get out there and enjoy your car. We'll see you later. Thanks for watching.